How about Fred? Where's Fred? Where did Fred go? How come I don't spot Fred? Fred. All right, now I'm going to ask you guys to come down here in just a minute. First of all, I want to recognize some other folks. Joe Flanagan. Again, great job on the 6:30 to 7 show. Great job on that. Joe Flanagan from WBEC. Look right up here, and you're going to see the proprietor of the Commodore Theater. This is Fred Schoenfeld. Fred is the man responsible for lovingly restoring this theater. And on the balcony is my producer for my morning show, Ken Johnson. Ken, are you up there? Where's Ken Johnson? Stick his head. There he is with the popcorn. So Ken Johnson produces my morning show. And some people I became friends with over the course of doing the morning show from the build site. I just want to say hello to them and thanks for being here tonight. Dee Wallace and her husband Richard back here. Just a couple of the neighbors that we met, and they were very, very nice to us. The reason I want to recognize her, the first day I nearly froze my rear end off, and she came with some gloves. So she was more prepared than I was. So thank you, Dee, and thank you guys for your hospitality. Thank you all for being here. Now, I want to bring up Duane Cotton, the builder from Trademark Construction, his lovely wife, Becky. Becky, come on up here. I'm also going to ask Fred and Beverly to come up, if you would, please.
Can I
come on up.
Yeah.
And I wanted, which was kind of cool. My dad was a carpenter. And Duane told me, he said, we're going to need some framing help. I was like, dude, I can do framing. I'm a radio guy, but I can actually do framing. So I ran home, got my tools, and there was a saw there. My brother was famous for taking an electric saw the first time and cutting the cord the first time he tried to make a cut. So there's my brother's saw with the cord cut and taped up, and my dad's hammer. So all the cabinets in your kitchen, are they still standing? Is everything standing okay? Okay, because I got to do the blocking in the kitchen with my dad's saw, my brother's saw, and my dad's hammer. They both passed away. And so a part of my family is a part of your family. And I hope you are blessed for many years to come. I know this has been a big blessing to you. All right, I'm going to turn the microphone over to my friend Duane Cotton now. Duane?
Thanks. This is probably more nervous than building a house because this comes from the heart of everyone at Trademark, Team Trademark. I would like to present you with something here. Make sure we get it right. We're blessed to have known, to have met you. Lock and Key, as always, picked the perfect family. And you know, when you're asked to build, you never really know who you're going to build for. And I told you, I'm glad I met you, and I knew you and your family by DVD, so it was great to actually be able to see you. So after you watch it over and over, it's like, okay. Anyway, so Lock and Key Productions did an excellent job. And anyway, Trademark Construction would like to present you with a check, a small check, for $43,000. There's a lot of people that help build your house that you've helped them personally, and you've changed their life. I mean, you two and your family, your 6 girls, you're just, and everyone that you've had in your family, you're powerful people, and we're just blessed to be associated with you. Thank you. Anything you want to say?
Yeah. I want to say something. G-Money, now I'm Big Money. I just want to say thank you to everybody here. Everybody, I mean, if you did, I don't care what you did. I appreciate all of you. I really do. I appreciate the inspiration I got from my pastor and my pastor's wife and the mother. I appreciate, you don't believe this, but I appreciate your mother too. I mean, the conversation we had on Mr. Cherry's in the front lawn. I mean, it was just amazing. I appreciate everything that Mr. and Mrs. Cherry has done, and the Landrys. Did I say that? Landers, I'm so sorry. I appreciate all my neighbors were so good. I just appreciate everything that's done. Everybody, whatever you've done, I appreciate it. You know, it seemed like at the darkest hour, when we thought that the house wasn't going to get built, God showed up and He just poured out a blessing. He opened up a garage door and dumped everything out. And we appreciate all of it, everything. I appreciate the conversation we had tonight. It made me feel so good. I know I had some tears, but you really touched me. You know, and I've been walking around saying hi to people, and you know, like I said, I appreciate everything.
Y'all all know that I am the biggest wuss ever. I drop what I had and I can cry. But you know, if it weren't for God, if it was not for God, and letting Him prick people's heart, especially mine, because I was a tomboy, I was like, whoosh, you know. And when He humbles me, and unfortunate for me, I was humbled from a friend passing away because God told me to go to her, and I didn't know that was Him telling me, but He told me to go to her, and I was going to be with her when she passed. I was there when her spirit passed, but not her body. From that day on, when God spoke to me, I listened. When I saw a hungry person, He said, feed my children like I feed you. And every time I go to church on Sunday, Pastor Johnny was in my kitchen. I said, why is he in my kitchen? He done see what I did last week, and I need to go repent for it or something. But it was nothing really bad. It was just I need to listen more to what God had to say. He knows that I love everybody in this place. He knows that I love everybody outside of this place. And all of our hearts should be that way. Because God is that way. He opens His arms to everything. No matter how small, no matter how big, He loves you. And He wants us to share each other in fellowship and pitch in and help, no matter big or small. Because the last story I can tell you is, my mom said, stop bringing home hamsters. Stop bringing home cats and dogs. Stop bringing home this. So one day I brought home a baby. She said, what keep a baby? I said, you told me to stop bringing home animals. But it was a couple who couldn't keep their baby because he was black and she was white and they couldn't take the baby home. I know nothing about no baby. I was a tomboy. But God showed me. And I took care of that baby till that baby could go home. So I owe all this to my mama because she was the one who got me started. Because I couldn't bring home no more hamsters and cats. So I just want y'all to know that I thank you.
There's one thing I do want to say. God couldn't bless us until we fell up under His will for a while. I mean, me and my wife, we're newlyweds. So, and we've been together for 6 years. Right? So, until we got under God's will, that's when this thing happened. You know, this was our third time being submitted for home makeover. Right? Once we fell up under God's will, this is when this happened. So God is real. God is real.
Well said. And you can't catch that one, but I have the real one in my pocket.
Okay. So we can keep this station.
You get it. Yeah, that's your.